Jerome is a city that is located in central Arizona, and it is between Phoenix and Flagstaff. It is 5,000 feet above sea level and was established in the late 19th century as a copper mining town. At one time, Jerome had a population of 15,000 people, and because of its mining roots, 78% of the population was male. Because of the population demographics, Jerome was quickly known as the wickedest town in the West. The town of Jerome sits on Cleopatra Hill, and it overlooks the Verde Valley. And in the 1950s, the ore deposits started to run out, and the population fell to its current level of 450 people. Jerome is now known for its art galleries, coffee houses, restaurants, and a mining museum, as well as its ghost. When in Jerome, make sure to see the slide-in jail. Due to subsidence, the jail has slid over 200 feet to its current location. In the late 1800s, Jerome suffered from 4 fires, one of which burnt down the Bartlett Hotel, as well as other shops and buildings in Jerome. This is the location where the Bartlett Hotel used to be. Overlooking Jerome is the Jerome Grand Hotel. This building was built in 1926 and was originally a hospital while Jerome was undergoing its mining boom. When the mine closed in the 1950s, so did the hospital. The building sat empty for 44 years until it was reopened as a hotel in 1996. The lobby of the hotel was actually the emergency room of the hospital. The hotel has been called the most haunted place in Arizona and has been investigated by TV paranormal shows. One person who supposedly still haunts the hotel is a man who was found dead with his head stuck between the elevator doors. Another man who was staying in the hotel to prevent vandalism hung himself inside the building in 1982. Guests have said they hear children walking and they smell cigar smoke and have had their appliances unplugged. If the ghost of the Jerome Grand Hotel weren't enough for you and you want to mix your ghost hunting with some food, try the Haunted Hamburger Restaurant. The ghosts here like to turn on hot water in the middle of the night, slam doors, and sometimes they like to have their picture taken. One of their favorite things, though, is to take hammers, so if you decide to eat here, leave your hammer in your car. After eating, you may want to walk off some of that meal. You can take a walk down Main Street and walk along the same storefronts that miners did back in Jerome's Wild Western days. One store that I found interesting was the Nellie Bly store, which sold kaleidoscopes, because I mean really, who sells kaleidoscopes? Continue walking down Main Street and you will come to the Connor Hotel. It was burned down twice in the 1800s, but the owner was smart enough to have insurance and rebuilt. At one time, the Connor Hotel was considered one of the finest hotels in the West. The hotel is also haunted, as guests in specific rooms have said the furniture moves on its own, an old man can be heard coughing, and guests have said they can hear a dog growling. Prostitution was common in Jerome, and eventually the town ruled that brothels could not be located on Main Street. So between the Connor Hotel and the barber shop was Husband's Alley. Husbands would use this alley to go to the street below where the brothels were allowed. Prostitution was so common in Jerome that one woman named Jeannie Boucher, seen in the black dress in the center of this picture, became one of the richest women in Arizona due to prostitution. The mine of Jerome is located just on the outskirts of town. It is 300 feet deep. There are 88 miles of mine shafts underneath the town. If you drive a little further past the mine, you can see where the miners actually used to live. Just outside of Jerome is Jerome State Historical Park. When you are here, make sure to visit the Little Daisy Mine. The wooden head frame has been replaced with a steel one, but if you go inside, you can actually look down into a mine shaft. This may look like a hallway, but it's actually a mine shaft that you're looking into. It's 1,900 feet deep. To give you an idea how deep this is, it is 600 feet deeper than the Empire State Building is tall. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you get a chance to visit Jerome someday.